Marilyn Monroe Biography. Marilyn Monroe, 1926 to 1962, model, actress, singer, and arguably one of the most famous women of the 20th century. Monroe has become an iconic representative of fame and female beauty. She is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in American culture. I am good, but not an angel. I do sin, but I am not the devil. I am just a small girl in a big world trying to find someone to love. Marilyn Monroe. Early life. Monroe was born Norma Jean Mortensen in June 1926. Her mother was Gladys Pearl Baker, née Monroe, 1902–84. Her father was unknown and she was baptized as Norma Jean Baker. Her mother Gladys had a turbulent mental state and struggled to cope with bringing up her children. For the first 6 years, Marilyn was brought up by foster parents, Albert and Ida Bollender, in the town of Hawthorne, California. Her mother then tried to take back Marilyn, but she suffered a mental breakdown and Marilyn was moved between different orphanages and foster homes. The traumatic childhood made her shy and reserved. Monroe Marilyn. Just after her 16th birthday, in 1942, Monroe married her 21-year-old, next-door neighbor Jimmy Doherty. Marilyn became a housewife, but the couple were not close, and Monroe reports being bored. In 1943, her husband left to join the Merchant Marines to participate in America's war effort. They split up shortly after. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe appearing in Yank Army Weekly. To earn a living, Marilyn took a job at a local munitions factory in Burbank, California. It was here that Marilyn got her first big break. Photographer David Conover was covering the munitions factory to show women at work for the war effort. He was struck by the beauty and photogenic nature of Norma, and he used her in many of his photographs. This enabled her to start a career as a model, and she was soon featured on the front of many magazine covers. Career breakthrough. 1946 was a pivotal year for Marilyn. She divorced her young husband and changed her name from the boring Norma Baker to the more glamorous Marilyn Monroe, after her grandma. She took drama lessons and got her first movie contract with 20th Century Fox. Her first few films were low-key, but from these beginnings, it gained her more prominent roles in films such as All About Eve, Niagara, and later Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and How to Marry a Millionaire. Barbiturate addiction and experienced periods of depression. Her marriage to Miller broke down, and she had affairs with Eve Montand, Frank Sinatra, and others. During the 1960s, her ill health made shooting films challenging, and production was often delayed. She was still in great demand and often appeared on the front cover of glossy magazines. In 1962, she was invited to the White House to sing for J.F. Kennedy's birthday. Death and legacy. Tragically, she died early from an overdose of barbiturates in 1962, aged just 36. Although Monroe cultivated an image of the dumb blonde, in fact, her image and persona was something she took care to cultivate and develop, through the media and the strength of her acting. Although many were dismissive at the time, she took on the powerful Hollywood studio system and, against expectations, developed her acting career with her own intentions. However, behind her confident public persona, she struggled with relationships and resorted to a heavy drug use, which had a damaging impact on both her mental and physical health. In one sense, Monroe lived the American dream, rising from anonymity to become a famous actress, but it was a dream tinged with sadness, for fame did not bring peace of mind or happiness.